When I first started college, I remember it was so hard for me to do any work. I remember I would get out of class and I would immediately go and get my favorite coffee from a place called Dutch Bros. And it'd be a very sugary, sweet coffee that I would drink every day after class. Every time I would get the coffee and then I would start drinking it on the drive back to my house. And then once I got home, I would try and do homework and I just could not do it for the life of me. No matter what, I just could not do it. Now, I want you to picture this. I would wake up, get ready, go to class, drink my favorite coffee, come home, try and do homework. What do you think is wrong with the order there? What do you think is the reason in that routine as to why I just could not do any work on my computer? What do you think it is? Welcome back, everybody, to another one of these videos. And if you are helped by this video, please consider watching some of my other videos because I believe they will help you as well. So what went wrong in this routine, in this day, to cause me to be so unproductive and so just unable to do any work, just completely paralyzed and unable to do anything, and ultimately causing more stress, more anxiety, more worries, more problems, worse grades, less success in life, more depression, more anxiety, feeling horrible about myself. What led to this? It is the fact that I didn't eat the frog. Now, that sounds like a funny phrase if you've never heard that before. What is eat the frog? Now, eat the frog is simply starting your day off right away with a very hard task, if not more than one task, if not a whole routine, a morning routine of hard tasks and hard things that you don't want to do. And so, if you're procrastinating, or you feel lazy, or you just feel tired, you just feel incapable of getting anything done, you just feel paralyzed and stuck, and it's making you feel horrible. It's ruining your life almost, your quality of life. It's causing so much stress and heartache and headache. Let me tell you why this is happening to you. Momentum is super, super important in life. Momentum. If you start your day off with a cup of coffee, your favorite coffee, full of sugar, if you start your day off with a candy bar, a muffin, something not very healthy, this is going to physically impact you, but it's also going to mentally impact you and make you more tired and fatigued and almost lethargic after all the sugar and all the unhealthy carbs. And so, how do you think this would impact you when you go and try and do homework after? Now, not just that, but what about the compounded effect of spending an entire morning of pleasuring yourself, doing instant gratification activities, activities that you want to do that feel good in the moment but long term are hurting you? When you are doing that, you are being disrespectful to your future self in favor of your current state. You are being selfish to your future self so that you can feel pleasure right now. This is what's causing you this, when you overload this in your life constantly over and over and over, that is what's causing you to be more instant gratification minded, and it's making it harder for you to do any real work. That is your problem. And so if you were to start your day off, let's say instead of doing that, instead of eating your favorite candy bar and your favorite sweet, instead of eating your favorite sweet when you wake up and messing around and sleeping in and then going to class and then getting a unhealthy meal and then watching porn and then watching YouTube, doom scrolling on Instagram, TikTok. If you spend your day doing that and then you go and try and do homework versus the person who wakes up, takes a very cold shower, absolutely hates it, gets like shocked, gets out of the shower, goes to the gym, works really hard in the gym, goes home, journals gratitude, journals how grateful he is for his life, meditates, and fights to stay present the entire time. And then you go to class with a clear conscience, with a clear mind, with a motivated mind, with a healthy body, with a spiritual presence to yourself, spiritually feeling alive and feeling like you're ready to live. Not like you're just grudging along and hating your life and being miserable and feeling miserable and not wanting to even be there, being stuck in your head, being anxious, being miserable, physically, mentally, spiritually. This is very much a real thing. And so how you start your day is very important, and that's what Eat the Frog is. Eating the frog is doing the very hard thing early on in your day in order to start your day off right. And that's where momentum comes in. Momentum is so important. If you start your day off with momentum, then you're going to be so much more productive and so much healthier and so much more just happier overall, and you'll be more productive, and you'll want to do the hard things. You realize, you realize that you realize right now, if you think about it, you probably don't want to do the hard thing. You probably don't want to do homework. You probably don't want to go work out and go for a run. You probably don't want to push yourself. You probably don't want to go and spend 30 minutes thinking about nothing and being present and meditating. Those things probably don't sound fun to you, but when you are living a life of doing these things and you do it over and over and over, and you eat the frog, and you push yourself, and you start your days off right, and you don't eat unhealthy, and you just continue and have that momentum early on in your day, a long enough time frame, you are not going to want to do those things anymore, those bad habits. All of a sudden, eating junk food actually does not sound fun, and it actually sounds horrible. All of a sudden, watching porn does not sound fun at all. Instead, you'd rather eat a healthy meal and go and journal and read a book and do homework and get a bunch of homework done and be super successful and be super focused and get a bunch done. That actually sounds more fun to you when you're in this state. So wouldn't you want to be in this state for your life, not just for your success and for your motivation, but also just to be more happier and more like self-confident and more just in a better state? And so if you want this, you need to have more momentum. And so simply every time you wake up in the morning, have a habit that you can commit to every single day. Maybe put it on a habit tracker, maybe put it on your routine, put it in a calendar. Just tell yourself you're going to do this every morning when you first wake up. It can be a cold shower, it can be the gym, it can be going for a run, it can be really just a combination of things, just something you can stick to every single day, or as much as possible, just as consistent as you can be. If you miss a day, that's fine, just get right back to it and continue onward. It is not the end of the world. We're not doing streaks here, we just want to be consistent. And so if you miss a day, if you miss a week, just get right back into it the next day. And so if you're really struggling in the moment to get something done, something you can do is simply convince yourself of a win. And so what I mean by this is simply get yourself to do one small task, a very easy task, something you can very easily do, something you can very easily motivate yourself to do. If you have to write a 10-page essay, you're probably not going to want to do it. You're probably going to have no will to do it because it's such a big, daunting task. But if you convince yourself to do a small task right now, like write one sentence, or something as small as just putting on your shoelaces, or going for a walk, however big or however small it needs to be, just doing that small task. And then at that point, it will put you in the mood and the atmosphere and the state of mind and state of body to want to do the bigger thing and to keep going forward and working and put my shoes on. And so, for example, I'll go to the gym, I'm just going to put my shoes on. Then I'm going to walk outside, get some fresh air, and then I'm going to go to my car, then I'm going to go for a drive to the gym parking lot. And then once I get to the gym, I'm just going to walk in. I'm not going to work out, I'm just going to walk in. And then, you know what, I'll hit a couple reps of the bench press, just warm up weight, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to go heavy today. And then at this point, you're like, you want to do it. You're in the mood, you're in the state of mind where you want to do it. It's always hardest to start things. It's not usually hard to continue with things, but it's always hard to start things. And I'm sure you can relate to that dilemma. And so you just need to convince yourself to start things. Another thing you can do is just trick your mind with these small tasks that these are big things and that they're like monumental, and like by doing these small tasks you are accomplishing like a great feat. You'd be surprised how much power you have over your own mind. Like you can control your mind and convince yourself that the small thing like tying your shoes, putting your shoes on, walking outside, that these are like big things, that you just accomplished a big thing. You can like do it and then with a smile on your face just like force a smile after you do the task and just tell yourself, well done. You did this when instead you could have been lazy and just laying in bed and doing nothing and doom scrolling and watching TikTok and YouTube shorts. Instead, you decided to get outside and get some sunlight and improve your mental and physical well-being. If you can't be bothered to go to the gym, this is what you must do. Just take it a step at a time. And then mentally, you'll be almost in such a better mood that you'll want to keep going and going forward and working, and you'll just be more susceptible to wanting to work and do stuff. And so we got to convince ourselves to just, in any way we can, we just need to convince ourselves to do that big thing by doing the small things. Because at the end of the day, like, you need to get yourself to a point where you want to do these big things. And the only way you can do that is by starting off with the small things. And so you do the small things, that builds up momentum. It's all about momentum. It builds up momentum to the big thing, and then the big thing, do more big things more often. And then now, you might think like, oh, you don't want to work hard, you don't want to do the homework, you don't want to go to the gym. But these things are giving you more self-confidence and more respect for yourself, which makes other people respect you more. It's going to bring more friends in your life and love in your life, relationships. It's going to make you happier inside. And so this is a big deal. Eating the frog, the habit of eating the frog, is a big thing. Starting your day off with just the small little steps to get up and get going, and then congratulating yourself after doing the small things. That is what we must do. Now, I'm running out of time with this video. Unfortunately, I was recording this last little bit of audio and it kept deleting itself, and I'm kind of annoyed because some of my other recordings were way better for this part. I spoke about it way better. So it's unfortunate that I lost the recording and I'm doing it for like the third time. In the background of this video, we were building this little monolith tower thing, and so at the end of every video going forward, I'm going to be putting a journal entry into this tower and writing questions for you guys to answer as like a journal entry in the comments. Now, you can do it in the comments, or you can do it privately in your own journal or piece of paper, but this is like an actionable step for you guys to follow along and just get something out of these videos and just reflect. And so in this one, we're talking about what habit of momentum can we commit to every single day to kind of just bring momentum in our day and cause us to be more likely to do the big hard tasks and to work harder and to delay gratification. And so it could be putting on your shoes, it could be tying your shoes, it could be going for walks in the morning, it could be brushing your teeth every morning, it could be whatever, something that you can just do that will help you get up and get going first thing in the morning, and just build momentum for the rest of your day so that the rest of your day is better, and then that results in more confidence, more self-respect, more love, all the good things that we all desire to have in life. And so this is very much an important thing, and so keep that in mind. I hope this video has helped you. If it did, please consider watching some of my other videos. I love you all so very much, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.